Hi everyone, this is Utkarsh from the Ministry of Guitar, and after I adjust my microphone, this is the very special PRS Custom 24 7 string that I just got about a week ago, or a bit less. So, what is this guitar? Let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk a little bit about what it does, how I got this guitar, and why I think uh, this is the best seven string guitar I have. Obviously, isn't it? Even though I do have a John Petrucci Majesty. So, the custom 24/7 string is a very interesting guitar because it doesn't really exist. It does, but it only exists either in private stock, which is what this guitar is, which is of course PRS's highest grade, or it exists in their SE edition, the student edition, which is basically made in Korea or made in Indonesia. This particular guitar is what we would call a Holcomb spec. Mark Holcomb being the guitarist of Periphery, so this has a 26.5 inch scale, hardtail, Seymour Duncah Alpha Omega pickups. In terms of wood, this has a not mahogany, black Limba body. I'm just going to take it off for a second, so you guys can get a better look at it. So this is a beautiful black Limba body. This has a Burl maple top. Just look at the grain of that Burl. It's quite ridiculous, I think. And this has a well, I'm going to show the guitar again. This has a Hormigo neck, Hormigo, whatever that's called. That's basically the same neck that is used on marimbas to make marimbas. And finally, continuing the exotic wood trend, this has a Snakewood fretboard and veneer. I don't think you can really tell, but Snakewood, apart from being one of the hardest species of wood, this also has little flecking marks making it look like snakeskin, which you can't really see here, but it does look good. Okay, so what prompted me to get this guitar? Where did I get the guitar from? And what do I think about it after almost a week of playing? What prompted me to get this guitar is I wanted a PRS 7 string. I am very fond of PRS. Duh. I mean, look at all the stuff behind me. I used to be a six string player for about 15, 16 years, but just about a couple of years ago, I started playing seven string. And but I didn't get a PRS straight away because one, they were very expensive. So I wanted to be sure that I really was playing seven string regularly before I got one. And yeah, that's when after 1.5 years of playing it, I got myself an SE as well. A couple of SEs, actually, seven strings, they were pretty good, but as amazing as SEs are, and they're amazing guitars, there's a reason why people still buy cores and still buy private stocks. These are nicer. They are just, they're very nice. It's like having a nice guitar. Uh, Whether cores and private stocks are worth it is a discussion for another video. But I always wanted one. Uh, this guitar by itself has a very unusual story. I spotted this guitar about 3.5 years ago in late 2018. This is a 2018 guitar, though I bought it new. Excuse me. So I spotted it in late 2018 when I was on business trip in Japan. It was hanging in Ishibashi Music in Ochanomizu. Ochanomizu is, of course, Guitar Street in Japan, in Tokyo. And at that time, when I looked at it, and I love purple guitars, so I was like, that is the best looking guitar I've ever seen. But there's something about it. What's different? Then I realized, oh no, it has seven strings. And I didn't play seven string at the time, so it was a bit disappointing. Though it was just too expensive because this guitar had been ordered when the yen was very weak, but the yen had strengthened, so the pricing in yen was just out of whack. So it was not even under the consideration set. Just like you typically track guitars that you're interested in, I did continue looking at it. Every time I went to Japan, I used to kind of go and take a look, and I tracked it online as well. Just last year in December, I mean, when I say last year, just a month ago or less than a month ago, they probably realized the pricing is too high compared to the global pricing, and it's not sold for 4 years because of the pricing. So they were running a promotion. So I actually got this together with another another private stock which had the same issue. It was ordered in 2017 when the yen was weak and so on and so forth. So I got the two of them together at a very decent price, cheaper than what you buy private stocks for new nowadays. And yeah, so I just had to get it, and here it is. And this guitar has just not disappointed. It is just perfect in every way for what it is. It plays like a normal custom 24. It takes no effort to play it. It's so well balanced. I didn't know what to make of Snakewood, but Snakewood is just so easy. It's like Ebony, but a much better Ebony because it's even harder than Ebony. And the sound of this guitar is a little bit dark, which is actually good because my genesis of where I come from is playing Les Pauls. So 24 fret guitars are, of course, never that, and thin guitars are never that substantial sounding. So this guitar's natural tone is just very dark. I can't hear it here, but you can tell it through a clean amp. If I can just play over here without any chorus or anything. That's just the bridge pickup. Neck. So it has a very dark sound, but because it has the Alpha Omega humbuckers, it gives it a great amount of clarity even under gain, as you can maybe tell. Anyways, so that's why I like it. Sound wise, it's great. Playability wise, it's just super easy. And it looks great, right? Look at that Burl maple top. So pretty happy with this guitar. Would I recommend getting it? If you can afford it, of course. These things aren't very popular. Well, there aren't that many of them. There's probably like less than what? Less than maybe 20, 25 7-string PRS private stocks in the whole world. I'd estimate that around that number. So yeah, my sincere wish is that PRS launches a core model of a 7-string, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. In the meantime, we make do with this. Okay, so I'm just going to play it out with some. So I'm going to just run through the tones and then play it out. And then we can have some final thoughts. Let's do the sounds. So bridge. Position 2 is bridge, humbucker plus neck single coil in parallel. So very good for that jangly sound. Not too bad for that. Middle position, 2 humbuckers. I don't know if you can tell how balanced the sound of this guitar is. Position 4, which is 2 single coils in parallel. And finally, neck humbucker. Beautiful neck humbucker. It can almost sound like a Les Paul. If you want, just dial down the. So this is a normal sound, then I'm going to dial down the tone after that. With the tone dialed down a bit. I won't play that because it won't work on YouTube. And the neck humbucker never gets too muddy, because it's 24 fret, right? Even on the B string. Very, very usable. All right, so final thoughts. Very happy with the guitar. Been playing it non-stop. Had the strap on it installed already. I really like the tonal combination. There's something with PRS's necks. And when PRS has this ability of making these not unfinished wood necks, but very lightly finished wood necks, and they do it generally with rosewood necks. And this is Hormigo, which is not like rosewood, but they use beautiful cuts. You won't see a mahogany neck usually that's unfinished. You'd see rosewood or Hormigo or Ziricote or Cocobolo or something like that. And those necks tend to give a very substantial sound. So, in my opinion, those necks tend to make the lows and the highs a bit more present. Maybe the mids are where a normal guitar would be. So, you don't get a scooped sound, but you get a very full piano like present sound. You could almost play jazz on this thing, I think. Yeah, maybe let's roll it out. A bit too much. Maybe some reverb, maybe. By the way, only know 4 jazz chords. In case you're wondering. Ignore my. I don't know how to play that chord, whatever that's called. Anyways, so you get the idea about the instrument. The neck is a bit substantial. It's not a narrow neck by any means. It's the pattern thin profile, but when you extend that across a wide 7-string neck, it makes it pretty substantial. All right, so I hope this is helpful. Um, yeah, till next time then. And let me know if you'd like to know anything more about this.